This week we're heading south where you roll tide on big bucks.
Alabama, baby, with our good friend Dr. Chris.
You know, and Dr. Chris, well, we're just going to put it out there. He actually retired from doing surgeries.
He did, so now Ralph's going to have to find a new person, but we can still go hunting down with him. Late season, December, when the weather's much nicer than it is in the Midwest.
Nicer.
So that's what we did. We headed down Alabama with Dr. Chris and did some deer hunting.
Whitetails, Southern style.
Well, it's December 2nd, and we are heading to Alabama to do some deer hunting with Dr. Chris. We've already saw elk, we've already saw mule deer.
The Cianciarulos have always enjoyed the company of fellow hunter and longtime family friend Dr. Chris and have begun to make the Alabama whitetail season an annual tradition. Last year, Ralph and Vicki both had great success at Dr. Chris's Alabama farm and hope to do the same again this year.
Alabama, my first Alabama buck with Chris. Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one too.
Look at that.
You've been rubbing. Look on it.
Yeah, is that all pine?
He's an old thing too.
Awesome. Great deer to take out, huh?
Nice.
Thank
Way
you,
to go,
brother.
buddy.
Thank you. Come here.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
You got me my first Illinois buck, and I got
And you got me my first Alabama.
You know, that's Alabama deer. I mean, that's what you get. You know, it's just a pretty deer. He's got to be at least 5.
Look at that, huh?
That's awesome.
Thank you, brother.
I'm so excited. Sorry, it took 3 sits.
Oh.
Now let's get Vicki one.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow. Hey, Doc. Thank you. Look at him. He is beautiful. Beautiful, mature buck. A big old 8-point.
Oh, honey.
He didn't go anywhere.
Anywhere.
Bingo.
I dumped him right there. Whoa.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Beautiful buck.
Isn't he beautiful?
Oh, look at him.
Congratulations.
Look at that Roman nose right there.
I know, right? Huh? Beautiful, big old wide buck. Huh?
You know what's crazy is for years, you know, Dr. Chris came on and hunted with us when we were in Illinois. Now that we moved to Colorado, we're still trying to get him here, but I believe they're coming here in the summer, so it's going to be awesome. He's invited us down so many times, and we finally took him up on it a couple years ago, and I have to tell you something. Oh, it's such a blast. And to have him there, and we're just having a good time, and really seeing what he's done for the habitat, for the deer, turkeys, everything he's got there is just amazing, and we can't thank you enough for allowing us to share it.
Well, we ran into Dr. Chris for a few minutes.
Yep, few minutes.
He's got stuff going on.
He's gotta work
stuff
tomorrow.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just ran into town real quick.
Yep.
Grabbed ourselves some groceries.
And a
now,
pot. And a pot.
in a pot so I can make elk chili.
Yeah.
In Alabama. Hey, you know it is what it is. But I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
Good night. We'll see you in the
We'll go
morning.
this way?
No, I'm going this way.
This segment is brought to you by Browning, the best there is. The Choice is brought to you by Bass Pro Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Alps, exceed your expectations. Browning, the best there is. Cold Steel, anytime, anywhere. Cyclops Lights, get out of the dark. DSC, Conservation, Education, and Advocacy. Easton, made in the U.S. since 1922. Camo, adult precision air guns.
What are we doing?
Well, we're heading out in the timber to check out some sites, put up some spy points, and hang some camera stands. Dr. Chris has a bunch of stands up, but not camera stands. So that's what we're doing. You know what's cool when you all come together and you all have the passion for hunting? You all talk about it and you say, hey, what about this? What about that? And we're all willing to learn from each other. And when we learn from each other, we end up we put up the sets in the right spots, and well, Alabama bucks hit the ground.
What we've got here is we've got a ton of active scrapes on both these old tool tracks going this way or coming this way. I'm not sure which way, but we've got open scrapes there, open scrapes here, all open scrapes there. So we're going to set up a spy point and see what we can find out is happening here. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times when you're filming yourself or if someone's filming you, you can create different camera angles. And all it does is just adds to more creative storytelling.
So like on most of our trips, if we're able to, we love to go put our spy points out, get our camera set up so we can see what the movement is and activity-wise and time-wise, so we know the best place to get set up. Well, we did that when we got down to Alabama and we started figuring out where we needed to be. As we're going through the spy point cameras again, we spot another buck, and Chris gave Ralph the thumbs up on this buck, and they figured out exactly where they needed to put that tree stand in for him.
Well, believe it or not, we're down here in Alabama, and we're going deer hunting, and Vicki is taking her Browning, and I'm taking my Hoyt. I don't know why it switched.
And anyways, the wind is not good. I have both my Hoyt RX-8 and my Browning 6.5 right here.
Because the wind isn't good for that set.
The wind is not good for the set with my Hoyt tonight.
And we checked the trail cameras, and they're heavy in that spot.
Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my 6.5. It's the first afternoon out.
Yep.
We'll see if anything makes my trigger finger itchy.
I want to like crazy glue the trigger so it doesn't go off.
But you never know.
But you never know with her.
You never know. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
RJ and I just got up in this stand, and believe it or not, these deer are coming off the bedding back here, coming through, going, hopefully heading that way. Our winds are doing exact same, coming off. So hopefully we're set. It's a buck and chasing a doe. He's old, he's mature. There he goes. The rut is definitely on. Dr. Chris is all about the management, trying to get that age structure, trying to do all this, and with all his efforts, when you get invited to a place like that, you try to, you follow the rules, and you get really excited because he's got all the documentation, all the trail camera photos of deer that he's watched grow up through the years, and, some are still there, some are gone, they've disappeared, whatever.
Meanwhile, Vicki and Aubrey are set up in a ground blind not too far from Ralph, and the deer activity is just starting to pick up as prime time rolls in.
Look at him. That's so funny. Watch his hair. His hair is going to start staying. Look at his hair is getting fluffy. He's posturing.
Pushed all them does all over the place now. They were kind of all centrally located. Yep, another small one. He's got a funky throat patch. Well, the sun's starting to set down pretty quick. We had 6 does and 3 different little bucks come through. It's been a good evening. All the movement has just been within the last 30 minutes though, so we didn't see any mature bucks, that's for sure. But it's still really enjoyable for our first night here. It's awesome.
This segment is brought to you by Bass Pro Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. This segment is brought to you by Tracker Off-Road. Hard working from dawn till dusk. Early the next morning, Ralph and Vicki are back in the same stands, ready for more Alabama whitetail action.
Good morning. It's our first morning here in Alabama, and I can tell you right now that 41 degrees in Dothan, Alabama, compared to 41 degrees in Colorado is way different. It's damp here. We have no humidity in Colorado. It's cold. I feel like I'm bundled up, but hey, the sun's about to hit the horizon, so it will warm up soon. We've already seen a doe. She must have been a hot doe, and a really young buck, a little 6-point chasing her, just staying behind her. She's not going to stand for him, but we already had them come through. The sun is coming up.
We got up in this stand this morning. It's been really quiet. We can see that there's been a lot of activity here. That buck last night had a doe tending out in those
never know. Doe and 2 fawns. Looking hard.
You know, when I'm looking and you look through those pines and all of a sudden I saw movement and I put my binos up and I could say, oh, that's one of the deer. You know what I mean? That's one of the management deer, and he starts coming in. He hits grapevine and everything, and I mean, it was like a fairy tale coming true. But to get a particular deer, old age, you know, just a funky looking deer, yeah, it sort of gets your heart pumping.
A little back. That old deer, he's an old deer. He came all the way through, made a scrape. I hit him back, so we gotta give him time. Just let it settle. You could hear the crows going nuts. He booked through here, ran that way. Just hunkered down, quiet. He could see that there was some type of growth right here by his eye. Great deer to take out of the herd. Great deer, old.
Meanwhile, the news of Ralph's shot makes its way to Vicki over in her stand.
Well, the cell phone service is not good here, which I'm not complaining about, but I got a message that Ralph sent to Chris that said something about, yeah, it's the mature buck with the cyst or something like that. But no photo, no, I shot him, no, nothing. So for the last 30 minutes, I'm like, hello, did you shoot something? And I just got it back and he said yes. So Ralph just shot a buck with his Hoyt. So now we're gonna sit here in anticipation. It's, what time is it? It is 7 o'clock. So maybe something else will come through here. That'd be crazy if he shoots a buck this morning and then with his Hoyt and I shoot one with the Browning.
Aubrey and I are out there sitting in this blind, and we're just watching, and we watch a bunch of different deer coming through. We saw a bunch of does and little ones and a couple little bucks, and then all of a sudden we see this dark horned buck.
Oh, here comes a buck. Oh, shoot. And you know what? I think that's a buck and I can't shoot.
We got excited, but then we tried to hold it back a little bit because Dr. Chris said, you know, he goes, there's one young deer that I really want you guys not to try to take. If you guys could not shoot at him, I'd really appreciate it. So and he's telling us it's a dark drac antler deer, and he's explaining it to us. And as I'm watching these dark tines come up from behind over the food plot, I'm thinking, well, okay, we can't take him. He's a dark antler. And then I counted his tines, and I realized, no, that one I can take. That was the one that he gave me the thumbs up on. So what are you gonna do?
It's a beautiful deer. It's a beautiful buck. With my new Browning 6.5 Creedmoor. Oh, thank you, Lord.
This segment is brought to you by DSC, Conservation, Education, and Advocacy. The Choice is also brought to you by Hoyt. Get serious. Get Hoyt. Hunter Specialties. Serious hunting tools. Muddy. Serious gear for serious hunters. Spy Point. Connected to your passion. Tracker. Built for love of country. True Timber. Almost real isn't real enough. Traditions. Feel the difference. The Choice is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. Previously, Vicki had an encounter with a dark-tined buck, which matched the description of a deer Dr. Chris requested that Ralph and Vicki not shoot. But after taking a few moments to confirm the number of points, Vicki quickly realizes this is a 9-point, not the 8-point that was off limits. So Vicki wastes no time in taking a shot, and the buck drops right there.
So, you think they heard that? I think they probably heard that.
And we're all of a sudden, we heard a, and we're like, RJ, did you hear that? RJ's like, Mom shot. Not only did I get my shot at my buck, Vicki got her shot at her buck.
Did you hear that? That was a gunshot. That was a suppressed gunshot.
That was
From where Mom's sitting.
Mom shot.
Well, it was chilly this morning. Like 40, which doesn't sound chilly, but it was because it's damp out here. We had all those deer coming in, and my buck is down right there. He didn't go anywhere. Shooting house, right there. Oh, look at him. Oh my goodness. He is beautiful. Beautiful. Alabama buck, Dr. Chris. Thank you, Dr. Chris. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, he's beautiful. Hey! Hey, how's it going? Look at this. Isn't he pretty?
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Isn't he?
Holy moly, Vic.
Dark horned. Look at him. And he's a 9.
And he's a 9.
He's a 9. When he first came out, just so you know, we saw this.
Holy cow, what a beautiful deer.
We saw this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the only deer I can't shoot that Dr. Chris asked us to hold off on was a 10 with the bump, and I'm kind of go, he's a 9. He's a 9. He's a 9. Isn't he beautiful?
Look at that deer.
He's dark horned. The other bucks we saw were all white, like really light horned.
This was the other, he said he's seen a few big ones.
He's beautiful.
After admiring Vicki's magnificent Alabama whitetail buck, the Cianciarulos decide enough time has passed to go after Ralph's buck and begin the recovery. So everyone heads back to Ralph's stand to commence the search for blood.
He spun out, ran this way. So he crossed the road. Here, what's this?
Blood.
Here's blood. Here's blood right here. Good, if he goes in this taller stuff, it might help us.
Oh, right here.
Is he?
Yeah, he's right
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, what the heck? Good tracking, girl.
Oh, dang.
You're on fire.
Good job.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
We pretty much walked up to him. Oh, look at him.
Oh, he's stiff. He's been
dead for a while.
He's been dead for a while. Look at this. Oh my
he's cool.
gosh.
Oh, that's a cool buck.
Isn't he cool?
He is a cool buck. Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you, honey. Whew. My son, my daughter. Good tracking, guys. Yeah. And the awesome thing is he's been dead for a while.
Yeah, so he didn't suffer.
No, he didn't suffer or anything.
No, but when in doubt.
You get out. You get out. And that's what we did.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
What a day. What a day. What a morning.
DR's Chris, Dr. Chris, thank you so much. What a day we had. Oh my gosh, what a morning. And the problem is he's working and he's not here with us. And we wished he was.
No, but we're going to have elk chili tonight for him when he comes out.
Yes.
So we will have chili for him ready.
It's our last evening there. We're tagged out. Doc and Lisa come out for dinner. And you know what? We brought some elk meat with us and we made some amazing elk chili. We all sat down at the table, had a wonderful time reliving the entire week, plenty of laughs, and I think I just found one of Lisa's new favorite foods, elk chili.
Congratulations.
Well, congratulations to you.
You know what's really cool is we can go down there. You can hunt with your Browning. I can hunt with my Hoyt.
Absolutely.
Or you can hunt with the Hoyt. I can hunt with the Browning.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It
We're
doesn't
having
matter.
fun. We're
That's
hanging
right.
out with Dr. Chris and Lisa and everybody. And man, we can't thank you enough to allow us to play in that little slice of heaven you got down there.
Yeah, we really appreciate you letting us come down there. Late season.
Oh, warm weather.
It's amazing. You guys are so sweet. We enjoy so much time there. And this time we had RJ and Aubrey with us. Aubrey's filming me. RJ was filming you. And you know what? I mean, it was just a good time.
It's a dang family affair.
It was a family
Here
affair.
on The Choice.
Yes, it is. So thanks for making your choice.
The Choice.
We'll see you next week.
Closed captions brought to you by Wounded Warrior Outdoors, providing wounded service men and women with therapeutic outdoor adventures.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Hey, welcome to this.
Coffee and chaos conversations.
Coffee, Chaos, and Chris. To watch this episode, and we'll see you next week, same time, same channel. No. Thanks for making your choice.
Okay.
The choice.
Let's do it again.
All right, cut.